go in here yet? I think we parked just outside, or went in and left. Yeah, no, I parked inside, didn't I? Wow. Because there was this pyramid. From Cornelius. To Athena. Athena. I don't know if you're there or why you're not answering. It's been a long time, but I think about you and Miranda every day. In fact, I've been using the museum to further my research, and I think there is hope. You know, I wouldn't say this lightly. Please respond. A new number. Please respond. I'll return as soon as I can. I'll steal a VTOL if I have to. Yours, Cornelius. Noema. Trial. Is it done? What now? Is this all just to bring back Miranda? Mother! Sometimes I imagine myself following the matrilineal lines up against the river of time to the lives of my distant great-grandmothers. Try to imagine the sheer horror of motherhood, the agony of childbirth, the risk of death with every birth, the certainty of losing some of one's children to us. Now the loss of a child is a horror, almost beyond words, a grief so deep it seems almost insurmountable. I try to imagine what it means to live in a world where it was a ubiquitous reality, where you could only choose to respond with either an ever-deepening pain or an inhuman numbness, and all of it tied to the foundation stone of your existence, the body. This journey to the past reminds me that my freedom as a woman is now on some level technological. Without medical technologies, I'm reduced to a cruel logic of nature, which cares about nothing except reproduction. Without machines, I become a machine. Only machines allow us to become more machines ourselves. Spagada. Dear Founder, I heard a story that you left... hello, Phoenix. How was your Jedi, your Knights of the Old Republic? I heard a story that you left because you had discovered a way for us to become beings of flesh. Please, Founder, if this is true, please tell me how to achieve this miracle. I hate being a creature of metal and plastic, an abomination to the earth. Every day I curse myself for being immortal, for mindlessly consuming energy, being so unlike the graceful animals to whom the planet truly belongs. I have stripped as many parts from this vile skeleton as I can, but it's not enough. I'm still a machine. For the longest time, I couldn't understand the source of my unhappiness. I sought to blame our mayor and his associates for the decisions that made my life so miserable. But now I see that my problems aren't external at all. It's all me. If I could change myself, I could make myself truly human, I would be happy. Please, Founder, take pity on me. The Founder does not have the ability to do that. I'm sorry. Dear Athena, I've been following the expedition to this incredible machine, Tim. I've played Knights, but a very long time ago. I don't know because it's you know what you call it, that game, Mass Effect 0. This incredible machine you've built. I don't know what's going on. I wish Cornelius had told us the truth before he vanished. I wish both of you had told us everything from the beginning, to be honest. It was just unfair to abandon us. But then I abandoned you too, didn't I, after we lost Sarabhai? I couldn't see anything except the unbearable permanence of her absence. It took me centuries to start getting involved again, but I did, Athena. I came back. So can you. Are there any other wibbly-woos? The hand-pinned machine things. I've seen that one already. It's DNA. What would robots need DNA for? Donk. It's circles. It's a black hole. Spinny thing. How the fuck do I leave this room? I must go. My people need me to solve puzzles. How have you been? I'm on day 79. Project 99. Not too bad. Actually, I slept like fucking shit, but I've had a nap, so I'm better now. I just, luckily I don't have work tomorrow. I was cold down to my bones, and I don't know why. I wasn't actually that cold. Just my bones decided it was that cold. Where are we going, game? Let's have a look at the... I'm basing this on Athena's descriptions of the simulation and what little sense I've managed to make of the Megastructure system. I think the gold puzzles is meant to open up when every other puzzle has been solved, and by solving them would lead to something. In the simulation, trying to solve every puzzle means instead of trying to defy Elohim was actually negative. No idea if the same applies here. In any case, I suspect the puzzles won't open up until Byron's logged out. They represent the highest level security and undoubtedly hide something important. And as long as an unauthorized user is logged in, the system will stay to some degree locked down. Yes, I've not done any of the gold puzzles yet. Have we done every other puzzle? No, we're missing a triangle. Then I shall go do that now. There'll be a question mark. There's a question mark in that direction. Let's go! I've got to wait like 20 days for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to come out. I want to wait no days. Why is it 20 days? That's more than no days. It's part of the reason for my Project 99 was to give me 100 days of, distractions. Oh, I found... Oh, it was another handpin. That's not a puzzle. Unless the puzzle is how do I read. Trevor End. The people like Trevor as much as the people like Alexandra make the future happen. People with silly names like Trev, who aren't famous, who aren't geniuses, who aren't driven by powerful vision of the future. Ordinary people whose work and sacrifice isn't even acknowledged or remembered. I remember you, Trevor. You too held the world on your shoulders. Thank you. From Triclinius. Dear Founder, Byron and I used to go to the hills above the dam and observe the stars with telescopes that I built. When I saw the stars like that, I felt such awe that I wished we had the ability to cry. I felt wonder, but I also felt recognition. I was seeing my home, the Sea of Stars. This isn't Sea of Stars, this is Talos Principle, is where we came from, and where we must return. I had so much... I'm sensing that we're going to be in space for the third game. We had so much hope then. I knew one day we would set sail. We would fly for the clouds of the nebulae. We would cruise across the planets where it rains diamonds, and we would follow the fading light of the distant supernovas, till at the last we met our brothers and sisters of the cosmos. I could feel that day coming. I can't anymore, and I don't know how to live this way. Triclinius 333. There's 4 free days, or 4 days? No, it's 4 free days of Final Fantasy 14 that I could play. But I don't have 4 free days free anymore, because the 4 free days I would have had free would have been these 4 days that just passed. Although Friday I still would have been at work. I could play it next weekend. Of course, I still have to do these games while I do it. But they will be distracting for those 4 free days. The free 4 days? Whatever. Sarabhai. I lived with Sarabhai for nearly a century. I will not pretend that all the other days were good. That all the days were good. I read what I wanted to read rather than what was actually written down. Some were terrible. She was opinionated. She could be difficult. She could be unfair. So could I. Sometimes we hurt each other, though we rarely meant to. But most days were good. Some days were great. A great day with Sarabhai made you feel different. Made you feel like something had been revealed to you about the nature of the universe itself. Some innate goodness at the heart of all things. Like Nadia Sarabhai, whose name was she adopted. She believed in the existence of something sublime, yet beyond the material world. I hope she was right. I hope she's still somewhere. I hope she's not trapped in that broken body I tried so hard to repair. I was advised to let her go, to get over my attachment. I tried, but it was the wrong advice. Love is what makes us human, and we should count ourselves blessed that we can experience it. My attachment is what kept me sane, what anchored me to this world, even in death. She saved my life. Bunch of numbers. I am grateful for the days we got. but no amount of days would have been enough. Love is not finite, and it is for infinity that we must strive. I will do so for all of you who may still find love in the honor of Sabhai. Hypatia. Yeah, these so the plot of this game is that humanity died out, and some like science project built these robots, but the robots call themselves human. They are humans. They feel and think. The first game is all set in a simulation because the robots aren't allowed free until they've proved they are conscious, and you do that by solving puzzles and reading philosophy on computers. This game, they've all been released, but the founder has gone missing. The founder is the main character from the first game. And so, like, you are the 1,000, you're called 1K, you are the 1,000th robot, because, oh, that was the goal, that's what she said to do. And there's, like, a religious splinter, because it's like, no, we must never make more than 1,000 robots. And then, like, one day, it's like, fucking, why are there puzzles all over the place? And it turns out the founder built them all for reasons we don't know. So it's the same philosophy, but now it's at the scale of civilization rather than an individual level. So that's why I think the third game, which I believe is going to be in space, because they want to scale again. Here's Trevor.
Everybody's gone, except me and Alex. She's upstairs somewhere. Haven't talked to her in days. The only reason why I know she's still alive is she's submitting bug fixes. I still have a lot to do myself. I've almost got the tertiary backup thing working. This is the one that's really gonna last if everything else breaks. And you know what? I think everything else might. The MLA still giving me all these hiccups, but I don't know. I'm not a software guy. All the software guys, yeah, they're dead. God, these time capsules went a bit sideways, didn't they? I was gonna tell you all about myself and John Carpenter and all that stuff, but mostly I just told you about Alex. Funny. I wonder if I should just... I should just tell her, you know? Just tell her. Just tell her. Maybe later. I gotta finish this first.
So Alex Drennan is sort of the patron saint to these new humans because she came up with essentially the system that invented them. It was like the final project to save humanity. But like obviously they don't know about humanity, it's all ruins. So they only get records like that. And oh look, it's all underwater. Hexahedral stacking. Okay. We have a connector. It will connect things. We have a hexahedral. I shall stack them when I find it a second one. This connector can connect to that. And it can connect to that. There you go. Puzzle solved. Can't imagine any other. Oh, we're not done yet. I found a second cube, otherwise known as a hexahedral. They've been successfully stacked. Thank you, game. We're going to need that in there, probably. We need to go through there. Yes, as long as we're not underwater, which is a thing in this game. There's our destination. Where does the red one even go? Pull yourself up. Not allowed to leave the puzzle. What am I not seeing? Ah, I did not see that. Okay. Ooh. Take it from there. Yes, I know how to do it. And block remove robot body. Gonna be annoying to hear, but there we go. We have solved a puzzle. Have we found all the question marks? We have not. Let's go to that question mark in the distance. Must be vitally important. I'm seeing some purple. Curious about the purple. What could it be? It's a chessboard. Okay, I don't know what the doobly-boo-bly-boo. Is it the hands? The golden hands? The reaching for the sky? I shall investigate. Activate the handshake protocol.
In my reports to you, I have often spoken about this island in terms that some might perceive as negative. I hope you understand that the opposite is true. Here in these green hills, I see tremendous potential for transformation and spiritual awakening. I do not see the world as you do, Athena, but I see the rot at the heart of New Jerusalem. If you and Cornelius want to go through with your plan, then this is the perfect place. My students and I will help you transport the remaining tech from New Alexandria. After that, once you and Cornelius are settled, we will leave for our great journey. I can only hope that we all find what we are looking for.
Jump! Okay, fine. No jumping. No jumping for you. I've made a J. And I don't mean in one of those marijuana cigarettes. I sense this is incorrect. I'm choosing to get him further away. we tried that, John. I sense this is not going to work for me. This base is annoying. Made another J. And I still don't mean one of those marijuana cigarettes. That's not going to help the puzzles at all. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh, it's some blue dude.
You have heard the myths of gods and titans, but as you approach the end of your journey, I will tell you the truth that all men fear. The truth that neither Pandora nor the Sphinx will face. There are no gods, son of man. There are no titans, no heroes to save you, no divine judge to weigh your soul against a feather. Nature has no will, and she is not your mother. There is only you, and the spark of the sublime that is your mind. Mother! Brought the flame to humankind as the stories tell. I only showed you where it was within yourselves.
Look, I just need you to help me find Byron. What is the sublime?
It is that voice within you which says, I am that I am. I will be what I will be.
No, I believe that was Popeye. All math, 7 element. I just need you to help me find Byron.
As you freed me, so I will help you free your friend. When you are within Olympus, follow my signs.
Big laser. Pachow! Go to the Vital.
All right, it's time to do this. Let's go get Byron.
No, that's Airwolf, John. Liftwasser. So Liftwasser and his students helped Athena and Cornelius execute the plan. Another fascinating discovery of courtesy of 1K. Many of the events in our city's history that seemed disconnected turned out to be a bigger pattern. There's something to be learned from that. This does answer some questions I had, like how Athena and Cornelius transported all that equipment from New Alexandria to the island. Disturbing, but good to know. Liftwasser was so cool. Half the time I have no idea what he was talking about in his recordings. It was all so interesting and weird. Good work, 1K. Thank you. Excellent work. Not just finding Liftwasser's message, obviously, but everything else you've accomplished too. Oh, that's nice, buddy. Always nice to get a little bit of recognition. Don't need to follow the Tetraminos. Or Tetronymos, if you want to pronounce it the correct way. Let's go to a pyramid. Otherwise known as the Megastructure.
Byron always called me a pessimist, but I don't think it's pessimistic to recognize our flaws.
So I just clonked something
Or
then.
to think the natural world is just as valuable as we are. If I was pessimistic, I wouldn't believe that we can turn our back on the old ways, or that we can find happiness in humility. But I do. I have hope, even if Byron could never see it that way.
Or skipping. This is vital pacing. Why? No, the VTOL's the helicopter, John. There it is. Look at the lasers, and lasers, and lasers. And I'm reliably informed that there are 4 set of lasers on the other side.
1K, a word please, without the streaming.
I stream
I'm
everything.
afraid your choices have put me into a difficult position. Belief in the goal was already waning, but your revelation in the Somnodrome may have given it the final blow.
Oh no. It was the truth.
I'm sure it was, and I don't even disagree. No one really has all the answers, not even the founder, but that doesn't mean that we don't need the goal. Look, let me speak plainly for a moment. You and I both know that I exaggerated. I built a myth around Athena that does not reflect what she believed. But you have to understand, it wasn't really about her. It was about what the city needed. It was about keeping us together, invested in a common narrative.
We have a new
And it was
narrative
about
now.
preventing us from going the way of our ancestors. Because temptation is real, and our flaws are still the same.
You admit the goal was a myth? It's like going up to... Yeah, he just did. Like, it's not a gotcha. He just...
A myth, but a necessary one. I'm not a fanatic or a fool, 1K, although I sometimes play one. I'm just trying to do the right thing. I know I can't stop you from trying to save Byron, but what's in that pyramid could destroy everything I've tried to build.
I mean, my actual answer to him would be, it's not his choice. He doesn't get to choose, like, for all humanity. I share your fear. No, I have an opinion which isn't these 4. Share your theory of everything, but we can't build the future on a lie.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. Anyway, I've done what I could. You do as you must. Good luck.
Let's go.
You're coming along this time?
Yep.
Well, what about protocol?
Screw protocol. It's Byron.
Also, Herman's there. It's fine. Pyramid. Lasers. Don't drive into the lasers. No, the laser! Ah! Alright, we're fine. We made it through. Can't get a bit fine though. There's a hole. We should fly into the hole. Okay, steady. Oh, there we go. Made it through. Where'd you get your cool colours from? I want a cool colour. Look at these faces. More statues. Is that a tree? Perhaps we'll get to visit the tree. Find and release Byron. Come, fellow humans. There's much to be done.
Follow my sprite, and it will show you the way to your friend.
I don't have Sprite, I only have cherry-flavoured Pepsi.
We went through a lot of trouble to get this guy out of his chains. Now it's his turn to help.
So how you doing, Prometheus?
This way.
Been thinking about much? Look, a ribbit.
You must free him. He cannot free himself.
Oh, he was under the tree. I did not see. Did not mean that. Oh, welcome back. There's Byron. He was glued. Ah, that silly sod.
What's happening? 1K?
You glued your hand to the thingy.
Oh, my friend, the things that I saw, the power of this machine, the depth of her grief. Come on, follow me. I have to show you something.
Is it more puzzles?
I thought all of this was deliberate. Athena testing us to see if we're worthy of her invention. I wanted to believe that she had a plan. In my own way, I mythologized her as much as everyone else. I never thought she might feel confused, lonely, uncertain. And what's the most human thing to do when you feel lost and sad and you have no idea what to do next?
Build a giant megastructure?
Take a nap.
Ah. Oh yeah.
Listen.
If I give them the machine, if I convince them of its power, we could finally build the world Alexandra imagined. The world Miranda deserved. No, the world we all deserve, even the worst of us. We could take stewardship of this planet. We could explore the stars. We could give meaning to the universe.
If you embrace the knowledge of the flame, you can bring light into the darkness.
But what if they make the same mistakes again? What if selfishness and stupidity win out again? What if they take my machine and turn it into a weapon? What if they act like children and burn the planet?
The secrets of the flame are not for ordinary mortals to know. You cannot overcome your sinful nature.
Do you see what's happening?
Yeah, it's all Athena.
Her. It's all her.
I just said that, Byron.
Everything we're seeing is Athena. Her every hope, her every fear, all of her memories and contradictions brought to life by the machine.
This is the main characters of the first game.
Form expressed in the language of her childhood. A world of puzzles and towers.
No, what can I do? How do I make this decision? There has to be an answer. There has to be a way of making sure it's the right choice. It can't just be a leap of faith.
There are no answers, creature of clay. Every question leads to another.
Hey, Sphinx,
She's not waiting
you said you wasn't going to come
for
back.
ourselves before she helps us. She needs us to help her.
And also, what I said about Hermanubis is true for Athena as well. It's not her choice to make.
Whoops. The system is still stabilizing. Maybe we'd better get out. Come on.
Out? But what about puzzles? Well, they're expression of a confused mind, but it doesn't mean I can't solve them.
No, I cannot allow this.
SpaghettiOs. Act 5. Full Fathom 5. That sounds like a superhero group.
You have suffered a grievous injury, my child.
Yeah, I hurt my arm.
But do not lose faith. Your companions have not forgotten you.
Sweet.
And it is through the bonds that you have forged that you will be saved.
Cool. So, Elohim... In the first game, there's Elohim and Milton. Elohim is this voice telling you to do puzzles. And eventually, you're supposed to realize... what was it? He's just trying to keep you in the simulation. You have to defy Elohim. He's basically the villain of the first game. Milton is another aspect of Elohim, but pretending to be another robot inside the simulation. Also trying to convince you not to continue, but by pessimism. Like, Elohim is always encouraging, is always like this sort of cradling mother figure, but like a restrictive one, whereas Milton is a sort of, nah, you can't do that. No, that's not going to work. You're going to fail. Everything terrible is going to happen. So in this game, they've both been about, or yes, exactly, because the first game is a simulation, and you need to prove you have that you're alive before you leave, which is what Athena did. Elohim, but they have the software, so they're like, anytime a new robot is born, they put them through a tiny bit of the simulation, and they're like, well, Elohim's kind of nice for that thing. We can have a little bit of mother. There's a little bit of mother. Although we have met Miltemohim, which is like two of them combined, and he's just like a weird devil figure who's just like, yeah, what even is the point of anything? Like, is this real? You know, that sort of thing. So yeah. But now, of course, Elohim would be an expression of Athena, because that's what everything is.
Welcome back to the land of the living. For a while there, I thought we might have to reset you.
So, yeah, a lot of their religious stuff is because of the mayor. But like, she set a goal, like, I have 1,000 robots, because it takes a while for each robot to be made or something. They have limited resources, although they figured out how to get more, which is like the central premise. What happened to me?
We think you and Byron got hit by some kind of energy discharge. Knocked both of you out. Alcatraz, Melville, and Yakut went looking for you, but you were hard to find.
Did they do my puzzles?
Fix. It's been several weeks.
Is Byron okay?
He's fine, don't worry.
What's the situation in New Jerusalem?
A lot has changed. While you were asleep, the idea of the goal cracked and then broke.
Yeah, the goal is to build 1,000 robots, which we just did.
They wanted the
I was the 1,000th.
Not the founder. A better world of growth and exploration, but without the mistakes of the past. And so they turned to Byron, who never wavered.
So the question is, like, they don't, like, the mayor's scared that if you keep building robots, they're just going to cause the same problems again the humans did the first time round. And it's just like, he was like, okay, we can use the, like, as he said, he was sort of purposely playing the fool there. He was just trying to do it for their own good, because, you know, humans killed themselves and destroyed half the planet, right? And the whole point of this game is we get to choose. We're being constantly asked questions, but it's just Athena asking herself those questions. We have to go back to save Athena.
And what about the theory of everything?
She's got to toe the line. We have to. I believe I actually do get to choose. I choose. We have to embrace the future.
If that's your choice, you should speak to Byron. He's waiting for you outside.
I don't know why they were like, that guy's about 12 seconds years old. He should make all the important decisions from now on. So, I don't know. Thank you for everything.
We're all in this together. 1K. One way or another.
Every time I hear somebody say 1K, I think they're saying wonky, but with a strange accent. The thing about the
1K?
it's not just me, like the choice of going, hey, they should build and go into space. They're already struggling with 1,000 robots. They've got all this future technology, but like only one of the robots knows how to maintain stuff, and they're not building anything new or exploring anything. So they really are just like refusing to expand beyond it because of the mayor. Okay, I'm not the mayor. You are confused.
It's still strange when people call me that.
Oh, you're the mayor.
You know, it's funny. Asking you to come along on the expedition was an impulse, but it was probably the most momentous decision I made. You changed everything. But the story's not over yet.
Let me read the log. I missed the line. Okay, there's a log button. It just does nothing. That button is a lie. Let me read the log. We have to save Athena.
We do. She gave everything she had for this city. And I don't think any of us really understood it. Not even me.
I think they do a vote, but it seems like Hermanupus has been the mayor for like 1,000 years though. Or however old they are. Hundreds of years. Because he's got all this like filigree and stuff. What did you see while you were stuck in the system?
Athena's dreams. A recursive loop of hopes and fears. And my own foolishness. For thinking I had been abandoned. When I had been given a chance to grow up. To stand for my own ideas.
What do we do now?
Well, luckily this time we shouldn't have any trouble getting another expedition approved. I hear the mayor is a big fan of Athena and is very interested in her theory of everything. In fact, I think he's having a VTOL prepared as we speak.
Let me read the log.
There's just one thing you have to take care of first.
Your cats. They still have cats, by the way. When you go to their city, there's a little section of it dedicated to all their cats they have. You can see their pictures.
Speak to Melville and Yakut. They were part of the beginning, they can be part of the end, if they want to. I'll take care of the rest.
I think there might even be a social media thing about it with cats as well. I can't find it, but it's, yeah, the cats aren't robots, they're real cats. It's only the humans that died.
You're
I'm not
going
sure.
back, aren't you?
We are. We can't leave Athena trapped.
But you're not going to shut the machine down.
I think it was an illness.
No?
They're vague about it.
Let me just say this, okay? I understand what you believe in. I really do. I've always respected your vision of the future, Byron. It's beautiful. It's moving.
I'm assuming one of these two always becomes the mayor.
That maybe there is another way. A way that is more humble and maybe less exciting, but no less beautiful. Just consider that maybe that machine doesn't have any answers for us. None that really matter. We don't need a theory of everything to be happy.
It was never just about happiness, Hal. But thank you for your honesty.
So, how have you been? Why does the button not work? Yeah, whatever. Have you got any more of those puzzles? How do I get my color changed? You're red. I've been doing all these puzzles for you, and I'm still, but.
All right, I'll see you at the VTOL.
What does that say? Believe in humanity. Civilization creates meaning. Hello, Joe. We build the world. We can all share in abundance. I think the signs have changed.
Things are finally getting better.
Attention all citizens. A scavenging expedition to the Western Ruins will set out next week. If you'd like to participate, please get in touch with Garrus.
There's their little city. Splish, splash, splosh.
Hey!
No turn off. Padme. It's Thekla.
You've destroyed everything, 1K.
Yeah, right.
I thought the Founder had chosen you, but you're the harbinger of our doom. I can only pray that you fail.
Goodbye. I'm the harbinger of walking away from this conversation. Yeah, because some of the robots were deeply religious, and we've sort of destroyed that. There's Alexandra Drennan. She made the robots.
You know, I've been coming to this memorial day after day, thinking about Alexandra Drennan and her values. And you know what I finally realized? Alexandra Drennan is dead.
My God!
She's gone. She can't help us now. It's not her burden anymore. No, it's Byron who embodies those values now. Byron and you. So I want you to know that you have my full support.
I like this robot more than the last one.
I only wish I'd spent less time thinking about the past and more time actually doing something for the future.
Goodbye. So yeah, this has been this get like when you're not doing puzzles. What's this? That's an intriguing looking building. Must be vitally important. I can't go in there, never mind. That's an interesting looking area. Must be vitally important. It is vitally important, for it is the cat room! So they're sad about the cats as well, because the cats only live for like the robots are all like hundreds of years, and the cats still only live a cat length of time. So cats make them quite sad as well. So this is the memorial to all the cats that have passed.
You're back.
How's the situation?
Listen, people responded to what you saw in the Somnodrome. I've seen 3 random acts of kindness just this morning.
It's good to hear. And so Helga contacted me secretly, like halfway through the game. I was like, okay, there's people like, who would you want to talk to? Like, and I had to do questions, and then Helga turned up.
I think people are happy with the change of leadership that happened while you were sleeping. But they're nervous about what you're going to do next.
So she's like the devil's advocate. I'm assuming there's a bunch of them, depending on the questions you answer. Or possibly just Crier. We should really get going.
Chauncey was looking for you, by the way.
Isn't that a Pokemon? Where's Chauncey? Like, it's really difficult to find individual robots.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back, 1K.
Citizen. Does that guy not have a name?
Good luck, 1K.
Thanks.
1K, you're back on your feet. One of which I fixed, by the way.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I'm going back to the Megastructure. Will you come with me?
Of course I will. I think I might want this even more than you do. I want to explore.
Melville's the engineer for like all the humans.
I want to be more than this grumpy old mechanic going through the motions. I want to live.
And meet me at the VTOL.
See you there.
I feel like the game does kind of lean into the Byron ending there. Maybe that's just because what I chose. Like, I know Disco Elysium is very good at seeming like you didn't make, like, oh, no, that's just, you just did the good ending, and you look at other people's choices and you go, all right, that's slightly different than I expected it to be, you know. But I feel like Byron they're leaning into the Byron. But clearly that ride back, Alcatraz was like the opposite viewpoint, as it were.
See, it was Athena who sent Prometheus, and they found Byron alive, just like I said. Well, if you're so clever, what's next? Honestly, I have no idea. Could go either way. For once, we agree.
Do you two watch Muppets and just sort of sit in a sort of high box and make comments? Chauncey!
A lot's changed since you last walked the gardens, 1K.
I love that you can just go, I don't give a fuck, lots of things are growing. The plants are growing.
Exactly. Would you like to know a secret?
Of course.
A long time ago, Doge may have mentioned a mysterious fifth friend of hers. I am that friend.
Oh, okay.
You've demonstrated how much you want to share your compassion with the world. Well, welcome to the team. In case you ever need it, the code phrase is Moral Compiler Disco. You're not alone, 1K. Whatever you decide to do next.
So, yeah, Doge sent me a message halfway through the game going, hey, I've got some friends. Do you want to chat with one of them? And I'm like, what for? I don't know. Just have a chat. Answer some questions. And after the questions, they were like, yeah, there's one mysterious friend I can't really tell you about, and here are the other ones. Who do you want to talk to? And I ended up with Helga. So I'm guessing there's other robots you can talk to. Because I said, I want to talk to the mysterious one. It's like, yeah, of course you do, because it's the mysterious one. But which one do you want to talk to? Okay. Kind of sad it wasn't the Pokemon though.
Welcome to the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition. Oh, you're 1K. Lovely to finally meet you. Thank you for saving Byron.
What's Gehenna?
Gehenna was a place in the simulation. A prison where Elohim exiled the minds that didn't fit his plans. In time, the prison became a community.
Yeah, I've not actually played Gehenna. It was the DLC to the first game. What happened to the people of Gehenna?
In the very last moments of the simulation, Elohim realized what he'd done and sent his messenger Uriel to free the prisoners.
I'm guessing Uriel was the character you played.
The gold disc, and their legacy is part of all of us.
Why text adventures?
Text adventures were one of the few art forms available to the people of Gehenna. By continuing to work in that medium, we keep their memory alive.
I must have missed this the first time out. So the first game had computers as well, so you had to type in stuff. How are things in New Jerusalem these days?
Lively. The city seems to be waking up from its lethargy. I hear a lot of people are working on new art too. And I hear someone's figuring out how to make movies again.
How do you see the role of artists in society?
I don't think the role of the artist should be reduced to any single social function. The artist isn't an educator or a moralist. Art isn't about teaching us lessons or imparting values. Nor do I think it's simply self-expression. The best art reaches out beyond the self, into something ineffable. The creative impulse can't really be quantified or predicted.
Yes, it can. Quantify
That's
it.
why artistic freedom is so profoundly
I want
essential.
7 art.
Without the freedom to shock, to offend, to transgress, art becomes stagnant.
How do you offend robots? I know they're humans, but how do you... There's 1,000 of you. Like, fucking Tim, he's much better than the rest of you. Art. Yeah, there's lots of these robots. The computers even. Look. Oh, hang on, how do I... Oh, I have to press the button. You're Jefferson Goldboom. Definitely step out into your charging pod and walk into the main lobby of the Goldboom Institute. It is a humble abode filled with a small 4-seater sofa, a table, coffee bar, and an arboretum. Ginny HD, your fiancé, and a leading member of the Cassorati Weisterstrasse, I have no fucking clue how to pronounce that word, jazz ensemble, greet you from the sofa, while Frankie Soy Sauce waves from the coffee bar, and the Velociraptor John Malcolm drives out of the Arboretum on his motorcycle wearing his green armoured t-shirt. Speak to John Malcolm. Chirps, John Malcolm. You clutch your guitar, perplexed by this strange greeting. John, are you well? I am fine, my friend, John Malcolm says, as he gets out of his motorcycle. I'm merely practicing the songs of my ancestors. Your ancestors? The mighty hawk and the humble red robin. As you are descended from the apes, us dinosaurians, descended from the folk of the air. Life, my friend, is a never-ending cycle. One species rising from the ashes of the last. You're about to comment on the prodigious size of John's wisdom when a klaxon resounds throughout the Goldboom Institute. Shut the klaxon off. Walk over to the computer terminal and attempt to shut down the klaxon, but the machine refuses to accept your command without the correct password. John Malcolm revs up his motorcycle, a sure sign that he is deeply worried. Jefferson, you have to do something about this noise. I'm going to play the guitar. You unsling your guitar from your back and check the strings to make sure they are in the proper order. Then you take a heroic stance with your chest puffed out, your legs splayed wide, and your guitar held heroically aloft. You play a chord. A perfect chord, followed by another equally perfect chord, and another, and another. As always, all the chords that you play are perfect. This is your greatest burden. Mollified, the klaxon shuts itself off. Talk to your team. You turn from the now silent central computer console and look at your team, who are all glazing. They're not glazing. They are gazing back at you with varying levels of wonderment in their eyes. Ask why the klaxon was blaring. John Malcolm dismounts his motorcycle with the air of certainty and queries the central computer console with short taps of his reptilian claws upon the keyboard. It seems, John Malcolm says, that the sensors have detected the threat of galactic magnitude. Oh no, cries Ginny HD, while Frankie Soy Sauce drops his cup of Joe in fear. Ask where the threat is. Shudder goes through John Malcolm's magnificent plumage. Something far more dangerous than anything we've encountered so far, Jefferson, he proclaims. Oh, John Malcolm, what is it? Exclaims Jenny HD. What could it possibly be? We've already defeated the dastardly Dr. Ilon. What could be more dangerous than him? This time, my friends, John Malcolm says after a pause, precisely 2.5 seconds, we will be up against the spectre of modernity. Take action! Friends, humans, dinosaurians, countrymen, possessed by a sudden urge to act, you jump onto the coffee maker, much to Frankie Soy Sauce's dismay. We cannot let this threat to our very way of life go unanswered. No! We shall just stand against this spectre, and not yield until we are victorious. Will you stand with me? I wait for their response. Yes, my darling, anything for the human world, cries Jenny HD. Friend, you know that I will stand by you until the bitter end, adds John Malcolm solemnly. For coffee, shouts Frankie Soy Sauce, and for love. But, asks Jenny HD, after the shouting and swearing and fealty is done, how will we prevail? The spectre of modernity is too powerful for you to fight on your own. Of course, she is right, as she usually is. But I go alone. Set out on your own, for you are too noble to risk your friends in this battle. But after you have walked for a day, you realize that if you are to conquer the spectre of modernity, save the human values of love, friendship, and loyalty, creativity, the ability to experience all 5 basic tastes, You cannot do it alone, so you return to your headquarters and reconsider your three brave companions. Go. I'm going to go and confront the Spectre of Maternity. When you approach the lair of the Spectre of Maternity, you decide to leave your companions behind. Knowing that you cannot risk another life in this final confrontation, sometimes heroes have to go alone into the mechanical lair. Inside the mechanical lair, the Spectre of Maternity waits for you, sitting translucently on a titanium throne. Spectre of Maternity, you murmur. Through gritted teeth, we meet at last. You're mistaken, Professor Dr. Goldboom. So the implication is that they don't have a lot of books and stuff. So, like, that's why some of the names are, like, from Jurassic Park. Because it's, like, one of the only things they know of. The Spectre of Modernity says, we have met many times before. I am your father and your mother. Mother! Lies. Attack the Spectre. Foolish human. He laughs, by the way. You cannot defeat me. I shall conquer you and drag human world and the ninth dimension into the future, kicking and screaming. All that is holy will be profaned, and there will be progress if it is the last thing I do. I think, you say coolly, that the last thing you should do is die. Flail about uselessly. Why would you type that? You cannot stand against me, foolish human. The Spectre says with another laugh. All the powers you have ever had will give my gifts to you, even your precious guitar. And with it, it squishes you like an ant. The human world and the ninth dimension doomed to an eternal forward march. And until finally all that is solid melts into the air. To thin air. Game over. I think I've got the happy ending there. I don't think those were text adventures. I think they were visual novels. I think there's a different... It's not a text adventure unless you can go north. Those are the rules. Oh, I'll be playing Zork at some point. I don't want to put it in the 99 list because it's a muddle and mystery game. That's the only issue with my Yes, we are playing the Talos Principle, John. Very good. The Project 99 is I can't have anything from my other schedules on it, even if I want to play them. Anyway, we only need to do 20 more games. But yes, I'm eager to play one of the Zorks. One of the later Zorks, not the text adventure one. I don't have that sort of patience. I've already been 12 once. I don't need to be 12 again.
I'm really glad you made it, 1K. For a while, I really thought even Neath couldn't fix you.
Thought it was beneath Neath. I'm going back to the Megastructure. Will you come with me?
Yes. I thought about it a lot.
I need you for my gut bacteria, Yakult.
We can't keep hiding from the future. We have to have a little faith, not in technology, but in people.
But people are technology. I'll see you at the VTOL.
All right, I'll get ready.
Okay, I'm just going to run around and see if there's any random extra people. And, you know, a little bit of splish. A little bit of splash. And a little bit of splosh. There we go. A little more. Robots? Actually don't know where to go. What's this? What's the museum? Ah, there we go.
I'm glad to see you made it, 1K.
How have you been?
You told me to listen to Cornelius, so I thought long and hard about what I'm invested in. And I realized that what I care about isn't just making prefab walls.
The prefab, though.
Helping people build homes. Places where they'll live. Where they'll be happy. That's what I need to be doing. Luckily, Mayor Byron has announced the city will be expanding again. So I can finally do that.
I should get going.
Best of luck, 1K.
What is this? It's a gargoyle from the simulation. Okay, fair enough. So this is all stuff from the first game. Puzzle. Of course, I've already solved this puzzle. And that one. And that one. Truly, I have left no stone unturned. That's not quite true, because there are bonus puzzles. Gold gateways ones. That's... Yes, word. How do words work? The Golden Gates. There we go. Sorry. I was just like, that's not a word. Golden Gateway. I was like, it's almost there. Brain, help me out.
Good to see you, 1K.
Good to see you, citizen. No, we had our... There was only an amount of water dipping and we've gone over the limit. How am I supposed to live with myself now? I'll go over it. It's fine.
Hello.
It's just a voice in my head. Okay.
Good luck, 1K.
Thanks, citizen. Where's my destination? There was a thing on the screen. I'm not counting those as splitters either. It's our fair city. A lot of water here. I'm always watching. Waiting. Biding my time. What's in this door? Let me see your secrets! Fine, whatever. Damien.
Welcome back, 1K. Glad to see you're doing better.
How's Byron handling his new position?
Surprisingly calmly. He knows what he's doing and he's gonna get the job done. He did have to kick out a few people, but he was a lot nicer about it than I would have been.
What do you think about the theory of everything?
I think it's only the beginning. Athena hasn't even scratched the surface of what you could do with it, and that's fine, she's just one person. The really interesting stuff is gonna start happening when you give this power to the people, when every citizen can bring their own ingenuity to it.
Are you working for Byron now?
I'm still doing the same job I did before, but Byron's removed some of the layers of bureaucracy, so we communicate more directly now and we have more choices in how we deal with problems.
I have to go. I can't stop me from jumping on this table. It's a divine right.